What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We have a free pick on deck for you in the Steelers and Broncos game, kicking off midday on Sunday. We're looking to keep it hot with the football free plays. We've been rolling with the football free plays. If you guys don't know, our premium is our bread and butter with our football. Excuse me, a little bit of a tongue twister. Football, guys, we absolutely dominate. 235 units last season in football combined. That's college football and NFL, making our average premium member $23,500. It's an absolute no-brainer to sign up, and we have given you guys another discount code exclusively available on YouTube. So if you're watching this video, this is the only place we give out this discount code, YouTube25, for 25% off of any package you want. That comes with, or you have the option to purchase the NFL package, which is 6 months of StatBets Premium, along with a $1,000 funded sports betting account with Player Profit. And you guys also have the option to sign up for the StatBets Guide to Profitable Betting, which basically opens up a whole new section of our Discord with YouTube's PDFs, research tools, live streams, daily capping tutorials, and everything under the sun, A to Z sports betting that we will teach you guys how to be profitable on your own. So if you're interested in any of those packages, I highly recommend using the code YouTube25 before it sells out. We only have about 10 spots available, so get to it quick. Everyone's signing up. Everyone wants to be on board for the NFL season, and you don't want to miss out. But we will keep the free picks rolling for you guys over here on YouTube. Love doing these videos. Love breaking down these games with you guys, and looking forward to cashing in another. So your free pick today is in the Steelers versus Broncos game. The Broncos are at home, and they have opened up at a +3.5 on the spread. And we actually sent this out in premium last Sunday. So we sent this one out way in advance. That is the perk with our premium, is you get the plays super early with college football and NFL. It is super important to beat these lines, guys. We sent out 10 plays on Sunday for the following week and beat the line in every single one of them. We got this game at +3.5, which is a huge margin between that +3 and +3.5. But if you can't guess, your free pick is going to be the Broncos +3. If you guys wanted this line at +3.5, hop into our premium. You'll get them all early. 2.5 is available on a bunch of different books, but it's pretty important to get the key number of 3 in football. So if you can, play an alternate or shop lines, because 3, 4, 6, and 7 are very key numbers in football, and it's important to get over that hump of that 2.5. So let's talk about it. So we talked about 3 being a very key number because the average bettor, public bettor, there's a lot of new bettors that come to football each year. If they see a home underdog at +3.5, the majority of the time that dog will get the liking depending on how they've played, depending on the matchups, because 3.5, it's kind of a brain thing. Your brain, you get a whole field goal, you get 3.5 points. But when it drops under that key number of 3, that is a very, very crucial sign into where the market is leading. Because if a market drops below a key number, they are willing to take exposure on the other side. And that is exactly what we've seen here with this Broncos game. So the majority of the bets, 74%, are actually on the Steelers. And this line opened up at +3.5 and quickly dropped to 2.5, despite the majority of the money coming in on the Steelers. That means the majority of respectable bettors are betting on the Broncos at +2.5, just like we were early in the season, and yet it still dropped below that key number of the 3.5 mark, which is a very good sign in favor of the Broncos. And once again, we see more money being wagered on the Broncos, but less tickets. Once again, an indicator of sharp action being on the Broncos. Now, the Broncos are coming off a loss against the Seahawks where they pretty much got blown out. They scored a last-second touchdown, but they did not cover, and they were away at the Seahawks. And Steelers actually got the win at Atlanta as +3.5 underdogs. So once again, that public recency, that public bias, saw the Steelers win on the road as an underdog and saw the Broncos get blown out as an underdog. Now they're coming into Mile High. They get a chance for revenge, and they get to play in their own atmosphere. So the players are a lot more adjusted to playing at Mile High weather, which will be a significant factor for the Broncos in this one. We'll take a look at some insights here on Action Network. So the Broncos have allowed 5.3 passing yards per attempt against a light front since week 14 of last year. That is tied for 10th best in the NFL, something the Steelers do often, and they do very, very well. The Broncos are good at limiting this, and the Steelers have only allowed 9.3 yards per dropback with the light front since week 14. That is second worst in the NFL. They have an abysmal passing offense. They're going to rely heavily on that run, and with a total of 36, this game is going to be a grind. Not a lot of teams, or both teams, I should say, are not going to see a lot of possessions, and that even leans more towards the underdog because in a short possession game, a low total game, there are more probable outcomes where the underdog covers, and this insight points right to that. With an over-under of 36, that is really, really low. And once again, the Broncos allowed a passer rating of 50.1 with light rush last season. They did not have a great rush from their D-line last season, but still, that was 5th best in the NFL. And Steelers QB had a 68.9 passer rating against a light rush last season, which is 8th worst in the NFL. I don't see this getting better with Justin Fields. He is very mobile, but against a dynamic Broncos defense with Pat Surtain, others, especially at the linebacker position, Alex Singletary being able to cover the flat, cover zone defense really, really well. The Steelers are going to struggle to throw the ball, once again, leading into that narrative that it's going to be a run-heavy game, a low-scoring game, giving the Broncos more probable outcomes where they end up covering this 3-point spread. And we'll go over here some trends that are worth noting. Now, NFL Week 2, I'm not a big trends guy, but NFL Week 2 is a very trend-heavy spot. Produces a lot of systems that have huge sample sizes with really good ROIs over the long run. So, home dogs with the low total prior to October, 57, 19, and 3 against the spread. Good for 36 units and an ROI of 41%. That is absurd, guys. That is absolutely absurd. And once again, similar trend here. SBIC, trend 4, 141 and 98 record, 33.2 units and 12.37. Now, if you guys are not familiar with this spread, we'll go into it just a little bit. But this spread is home team is up 18.8 units with this trend. Just absolutely ridiculous stuff in week 2. Excuse the cough, been dealing with a little bit of a cough. But NFL, a less than 7 spread for the home team, 15-5 with a 9.5 units gained. Once again, 43% ROI. Now, that one is a shorter sample size, but it is still worth noting, even with the short sample size, we can see that the opponent covered the spread in the previous game. Some criteria for this one. The team is at home. The game is after September 23rd. The team's winning percentage is obviously less than 500, so they lost the first game. And the team spread is less than 7, guys. Super basic one, but 43% ROI. And a lot of these systems, a lot of these trends fit into that public narrative of what happened in week 1, fading the team that looked worse and backing the team that looked better for the public. And then once again, just one more trend, home dogs by 3.5 or less versus a team that basically won their first game, 20.8 units, 89 and 62 record, and a 12% ROI. That is a crazy record with almost 150 game sample size. So with all that being said, guys, my computer's glitching out a little bit, but we are rocking with the Broncos plus 3.5. Looking forward to cashing in with you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.